Have you ever gone to a restaurant and been served a fresh, tasty bowl of salsa and thought to yourself, the stuff in the jar sure doesn't taste this way? Well, friends and fellow eaters, today I'm going to change your life. Today I'm going to demonstrate for you how to make homemade salsa. Salsa is, of course, a spicy complement to beef or chicken fajitas, tacos, eggs, or even just your favorite chip. You'll need the following ingredients to prepare fresh salsa for 4. You need 8 fresh tomatoes, 5 jalapeno peppers, and jalapeno peppers are my choice because they have a tendency to be less hot than, say, Scotch bonnet or habanero peppers. And when you're choosing your tomatoes, make sure that you choose some that are not soft or dented. They're much harder to cut when they're soft or dented. We're going to use 1 mid-size onion, and you can use a yellow onion or red onion or any onion you like, but I choose to use Vidalia onions, not because I'm from the state of Georgia, but because they tend to be a lot sweeter. We're also going to use the juice of 2 fresh limes, and you could use lemons for this recipe, but lemons tend to be a lot more bitter. Also, we're going to use two small pieces of garlic that we're going to crush and chop. And the garlic, you could use more or less depending on your appreciation of garlic. And lastly, we're going to use a small handful of cilantro or coriander, depending on what part of the world you're from. For the non-perishable ingredients and tools you'll need to prepare your salsa, you're going to need a small mixing bowl, a sharp knife, a cutting board, a serving bowl, and a spoon. Now, to prepare your salsa, this simple recipe is easy to make and takes very little time and effort. I'm going to demonstrate how to use the right tools to make this delicacy. In step 1, you want to cut your tomatoes into quarter sizes, like so. I'm going to cut that top core out. Nobody likes to bite into a core. And then we're going to take the seeds out as best we can. That big meaty seedy part, we're going to take that out. So our tomatoes should be relatively flat. We're going to press those down, meat side down, and cut them into small pieces, like so. Now obviously you want to be very careful not to cut yourself. Secondly, we want to chop an onion. And again, you can use the same cutting board. There's no cross-contamination risk cutting vegetables. We're going to cut onions the same way. We're going to cut them into small strips like this, and we're going to spin that onion and go back across and cut those up as finely as we can. Add those to our mixing bowl. In step 3, we're going to de-seed and chop this pepper. Now, before we de-seed and chop this pepper, I recommend you wear some gloves. If I can get these on here. It's a little tough to get the gloves on, but in the end I'd say it's much better to put the gloves on so that you don't rub your eyes later and go blind from jalapeno juice. We might have to wear this one a little on the odd side. That'll work. We're just going to cut this jalapeno in half, cut that vein in the middle, and scrape those seeds right into the trash bowl, like so. I'm going to flatten that pepper. Try not to cut the tip of my glove off. I'm going to spin those jalapenos and come back across like so, and again add them to the mixing bowl. I won't be needing the gloves anymore. I'm going to rinse my hands a little bit. And next we're going to get the cilantro. And of course all of these vegetables I washed before we started this demonstration. I'm just going to take a little handful of this. I personally think cilantro is great, but some people think it's overpowering. So we're just going to chop this up. You could use a food processor if you'd like. Scrape it off my board and add it to the mixing bowl. Step 5, we're going to use some garlic. Get the cilantro in my hand. I'm just going to smash this. I'm going to smash this garlic like so, so that it's almost already done for me. And then cut it into small pieces. Okay, now we're going to take the juice of one fresh lime. If you roll the lime a little like this, your juice will come out much easier. All that nice juice, all those vegetables in this bowl getting happy. Now I'm going to dry my hands a little bit. We're going to estimate this is a couple of tablespoons of salt, a couple of tablespoons of pepper. We're going to mix our ingredients together. Now it's very important that you taste your salsa before you present it to your friends and family. If it tastes bad to you, chances are it'll taste bad to your guest. So I'm just going to give it a little taste. Pretty good. If you taste it and it's not what your taste buds desire, then you can adjust seasoning. A little hint, for some reason, if your peppers are too spicy, you can tone down the heat a bit with a little bit of sugar. And after all of these steps have been completed and you're happy with the flavor of your salsa, you're ready to place the salsa in a nice serving bowl, like so. Maybe garnish it with a little lime or two. And we have our final product. And that, my friends, is how you make salsa, the Michael Isaza way. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration as much as I have enjoyed giving it.